Thank you very much. So I have some Pioneer for you today. 28 land deck with a land in the sideboard. So I just saw this list on Twitter. What's his name? Will Urker made like one or two tweaks to it. I really like the idea of strategic planning, and I want a Lightning Axe main. It seems to solve potentially some of the deck's problems. Also made one or two changes in this mana base. I'm running Treasure Cruise instead of Dig Through Time. Running a black. I completely revamped the sideboard. I loved the Thing in the Ice package he had, though. I really like that transition there. 80 land deck. That seems excessive. $80 lands. Wow, I thought I liked a lot of lands. Alright, this is my first Pioneer League. All I've really done with Pioneer is I've done a couple of the opened queues, playing around with Pelucranos. Gotcha. Ah, the Sandland's like a trap, huh? So I get to go turn 2 Growth Spiral. I can do turn 3 Radiant Flames or Splendid Reclamation, but I have no dig, and Splendid Reclamation won't actually get much back there. I'm on the draw. If I draw, let's look at the list again. So if I draw into a Magmatic Insight, any of these, it's 4, 9, 13. I have 13 good hits. I would also consider Our Promise to be a decent hit too. So 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 good hits. So I think I end up keeping this. So it's awkward though. We'll see how good Radiant Flames is in this format. Either way, my first turn play has to be a Fabled Passage. Opponent mold to 6. I made my coffee super weak this morning by accident. I don't even know what I did. Alright, opponent kept 6. Oh, there we go. Pieces of the puzzle. Perfect. So I've got to get a forest off of this Fabled Passage here. So I can flash in Field of the Dead or a Fabled Passage here. Either way, next turn I want to cast Pieces of the Puzzle or Radiant Flames. So either one's safe there. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand, a Smuggler's Copter in play. If they attack me with the Smuggler's Copter, it doesn't matter if I kill the Soulscar Mage, because they can just drop a different creature and still attack with it. So that doesn't really matter. So either want to ramp or go Pieces of the Puzzle. I think I'm inclined to go... Let's see, if I ramp, then I'll still have 2 mana available. I think I want to go Pieces of the Puzzle here. Start getting some lands into the graveyard. So next turn I can go double Growth Spiral. If I draw the specific color I need. I only have 2 lands in the graveyard, or 3 lands in the graveyard. I'm going to have 4, so... Might be able to get some Field of Dead triggers going on in a bit. Fine with that. So I'm going to take 4. Yep. I grabbed an island there just to, I have not played much of this format at all, so I'm not actually fully sure what my opponent, I don't know if they're on a meta deck, I don't think they are. I think they're just on like this aggro mid-range plan. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I cast Splendid Reclamation, I get some zombies, or I can be greedy and try to wait a turn. Opponent does only have 2 cards left in their hand. So I'll have Chivalry, Field of Dead, Forest, Island. It's 4. Fabled Passage, Rootbound Crag, Spirebluff Canal. That's 7. So I can get a bunch of Field of Dead triggers. So I don't really know why I wouldn't do that. I could also just wipe their board. I could go blue, red, green, and then do strategic planning. Go down to 10. Yeah, I think I kind of like that too. Nope. Radiant Flames. I have not. Is that the green, like X green spell? Alright, what am I going to put in my graveyard here? Reveal the top X cards of your library, put all lands into play, the rest in the bottom. Ooh. That looks spicy. I don't know if Piece of the Puzzle is better. That is a ramp spell, which is kind of nice. Alright, I'm going to 7 here. Hey Ozman, welcome aboard the Doom Train. Glad to have you. Man, Magnetic Insight really makes this deck go, huh? I do like trains. Today maybe. I've been looking over doing rebuilding the Druid Karn with Oko. Hey Clouds. Yeah, I think that's probably sufficient to win a game, right? Just putting 20 power in play. The Modern Streamers League should be doing a Pioneer League pretty soon, so I'm trying to gear up a little bit for that. So my opponent can bring me down to 2 because they can put a counter on the Walking Ballista here and effectively deal 5 damage to me. So if they have some sort of burn spell, I am dead. And they don't. Oh, that's not the deck. I meant to update that on Streamlabs. I did not. This is the deck here. Yeah, I have not updated my stuff. Sorry, Diego. I did, it should work here. No. Yeah, yell at me. Yell at me. I'm bad. Too busy planning the next Modern Streamers League. This is my sideboard here. Alright. Okay, got that game. So I think Corsive Crufix will be pretty good here. I think I want my removal spells. Maybe even Blast Zone. I'm intrigued with the Thing in the Ice package, to be honest. I don't think my opponent will have any removal for it, and that can just kind of take over a game. So this is what I'm intrigued with here. Yep. I don't know if you've checked out my YouTube, but I do have a decent amount of Valakut content, mostly Karn Shift, which is my favorite about that. Do I have an updated all-in list? I do. Yeah. I think I do at least. Is this it? Yeah, my all-in list is just green-white. I think this might be it here. Yep, with Once Upon a Time. I don't think I need Treasure Cruise. I don't really need to get ahead here. Probably don't need Search for Iskanta. Yep, yeah, it's the list I played the YouTube League with somewhat recently. I haven't made any changes since then. Hmm. So for Pioneer, I have not done a league yet. This is my first league. Looks like I didn't get my sideboard in on time. I was too busy thinking about that last choice. So I know my opponent is playing more of an aggro version. This hand's a little slow. There's no ramp in it. Not that I have too much ramp here, but I do have a Pieces of the Puzzle and a Radiant Flame, so I'm going to keep this. Those seem to be my most important cards in this matchup. Opponent does not mulligan this hand. So, Clouds, about Druid, I actually talked about it a bit at the at regionals with Steven and with Miri's Legend. I think all-in Druid's probably the better version right now, just because it's the best against Urza. Hour of Promise is a card I've always felt is underplayed. I think it's underplayed in Modern even. The card is really good. It just it gives you a primetime trigger. That's really, really good. Don't even need to have any deserts. Just get 2 lands. No big deal. Okay. Sure. So next turn I wipe my opponent's board. As long as they don't hold up a instant. You get a cool emote. I appreciate it, if that's worth anything. I don't really get paid well for any of the content. The Modern Streamers League, I put a lot of time into that and didn't. You don't make money doing Magic content. That's an argument. Yep, makes me happy. But you do get the cool emote with it, which is my face. I'm also down for new recommendations for new emotes if people would like to see something different. That's why I only have run 1 right now. I had 2, but I trimmed it. Okay. Yeah, there's no money in Magic. I make Magic content because I like it. So if people like it, that makes me happy too. I think my best thing here is to Lightning Axe the Heart of Quran. Unfortunately, I can't cast Magmatic Insight because I don't have a land to discard. So lands I can buy back. I don't have much, but I have 1, 2, 3, and I believe they're all different types, so that would get 1 Feel the Dead trigger. So if I Lightning Axe now... Actually, they just have to take the Splendid Reclamation. Or they just instant take the Treasure Cruise? Okay. I feel like that was wrong. I feel like they had to take either the Lightning Axe or the Splendid Reclamation. I think I would have taken the Lightning Axe there. Okay, so if I kill the Heart of Quran, I'll take 4, go to 5. I think I can accept that. Thank you. Enjoy. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. think we're pretty far ahead here. Opponent needs to fly or do something. And next turn I get to Hour of Promise, gain 2 life, and get a ton more zombies. Next turn I can actually Radiant Flames, blow up their board. Yeah, they should just burn me out. Everything is really viable at the moment right now. 5 Hour of Promise. I'm going to gain 2 life here and get another field. Then I'll trigger Fabled Passage whenever the heck I want. Radiant Fountain, Field of the Dead. The opponent's got 1 card left in hand. They can Chandra me down to 3. Okay. That looks like it's 1 short unless they have a burn spell to deal 1 damage. Okay, not bad. So I have to kill Chandra now. Yeah. My list is right... Nope, that's not it. This is my list here. Hey, Digo Karma, how's it going? Okay, can't block, so it doesn't do too much. Digging for a lightning axe here. It's lethal if I have it. Like if I could kill the Goblin Chain Whirler, then I can just swing for 16. Yeah, that was a lot of nothing there. Alright, maybe I can Treasure Cruise into 1. There's 1 lightning axe, so I have 1 more. Right? Okay. All right. So you can block 1, so I need to attack Chandra with 4. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies, so that's plenty of blockers. So I'll attack like that. Lightning strike. All right. I am not 14-0. I am 1-0. All right. Let's pull up the deck. So I dug pretty deep there, which is pretty sweet. I did cut the tireless tracker. I'm running a Courser of Crewfix, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that Courser of Crewfix might just be like a better tireless tracker in a 28, 29 land deck. I'm really intrigued with Thing in the Ice package. Thing in the Ice seems really good. If opponents bring in Graveyard Hate, I still get a Thing in the Ice. And I have a ton of cantrips here. Kind of build my own Izzet Phoenix, but instead of Phoenix and burn spells, I have Feel the Dead. 14-0, yeah. What's the most matches I've ever won in a row in Magic? It's got to be like 9, I think. I've never done the 10-0, but I've done 9 in a row. It's 7 in a row at regionals. I think this is a keep. So I have... It's a little awkward, because I want a Fabled Passage for an island to be able to play Search. But I also want a mountain for Lightning Axe. Half a match win streak. I've seen you rip off a 4-0. Okay, so up against Bant. So I feel like this is Kanta is going to be more important than the Lightning Axe. What is this? We're up against some 4-color nonsense here. I do need lands. Still think I want to bottom you. Now I have Lightning Axe and Growth Spiral held up. Ooh, yeah, it's probably Copycat, you're right. That's another reason why I'm running the Lightning Axe, although Teferi really hurts me there. So I can Scape Shift, just doesn't do a ton at the moment. Yeah, this is not going to be a good matchup if they're copycat. Yep. The good news is they tapped out, so I get to Lightning Axe the Felidar Guardian. If they'd played it the other way, Saheeli first, I would not have been able to. They should have bounced the Oath, right? I don't know. Don't know. Alright, let's go Strategic Planning. Put Splendor Reclamation in my hand. I really don't want to die. Yeah. Well, if they can't next turn, then I'm out. It's my only Lightning Axe. I can't get it back. So they do have 8 cards in hand. And they really don't want me to flip Search. So out of my opponent's board, I am assuming... Okay, they had Saheeli. Out of my opponent's board, I am assuming that they're going to have Rest in Peace. They bottomed with that Scry. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I need here? Okay, so my opponent's got one turn to combo me out. Otherwise, I'm going to kill their Saheeli. They do have 6 cards in hand. Alright. What is my opponent doing? Alright. Need my other Lightning Axe. This is why I have 2 Fries. Pithing Needle is also important, although Teferi kind of deals with that. I think Thing in the Ice can be pretty important here. I think Blast Zone's more important than Radiant Fountain. Now we're a new deck, yeah. So I assume they're going to bring in a bunch of Graveyard Hate, right? So if that's the case, just trim that entire package. Radiant Flames does nothing here. Maybe trim 1 Splendid Reclamation. Oh, I got Search for Escanta again. Yeah, I think it's an important card in this matchup. And I have Fry, which is probably my best card in this matchup. Unfortunately, I can't do much on turn 2 because Fable Passage comes into play tap. Yeah, I don't know what to take out there either. Okay. My card's pretty good. My card's really good. I can't make you discard cards or sacrifice permanents. Okay. You get to dig deep for whatever you want. That seems really strong. Yeah, look at this card. See, I don't play standards. I have not really seen that card, but 3 for a 3/2 draw card with upside seems pretty good to me. Opponent named Felidar Guardian and pitched us a Healy. Okay. Slowly getting there. Unfortunately, if they drop a Teferi, my Mystical Dispute does not do much. I think this is actually a pretty rough matchup here. And I sided out my Radiant, my board wipes because I didn't hit Feligar. The combo's supposed to beat up on big mana, right? Yeah, so my Mystical Dispute's now useless. Man, they really don't like my Search for Escanta. Okay, so they have Saheeli and they have Felidar. Unfortunately, my Fry is useless with Teferi in play, so I think I'm just dead unless I draw another Fry. I'm dead unless I draw another Fry, right? Because next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they play a land, they get to play both at the same time. Four, 5, 6, 7. I need to Fry twice. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So I have to... Did not get it. So I'm just dead, right? Because I can't even Mystical Dispute. Can act like I have it. Man, Teferi makes their deck so much better, huh? So I'm not dead because my opponent assumed I had another Fry, which bought me one more turn to do what? Draw Fry. Probably should have Growth Spiraled. Like held up different mana. Nah, couldn't have done that. No Fry. No, they can't. No, why? I don't understand what they're... I mean, I'm at 7 life too, so I'm in trouble either way. But, yeah, I'm just dead here now. Oof. That one felt a little rough. Alright, time to refill up the coffee cup then. Honestly, I think I might need more fries in the sideboard. Like, drawing one just wasn't enough because of Teferi. That's the deck list. Diego Karma. I had done all the bot work and then I hadn't updated it, so I canceled the bot. I like this hand. I have ramp, I have dig, up against aggro. Okay. Now I have to choose what I want here. Do I want red? Or do I want to stick with the growth spiral? I think I just want to get the red now. Means I'm not growth spiraling next turn. So next turn I'll growth spiral, and if I draw a land, at the very least I can growth spiral Magmatic Insight, try to find my way into a Splendid Reclamation and try to win the game. Yikes. So we're up against the same exact deck we were playing earlier. Yep, swing for 4. I'll fall to 12. Lightning Axe seems good here. So I think I want a Growth Spiral Lightning Axe. What do I Lightning Axe? Do I stop the copter to stop them from looting? I think that's the right line. And pitch the Insight. Need a second green source in case I draw Scape Shift. Okay, so if I go strategic planning, and if I hit the card I want, I still can't cast it. So I think I need a Treasure Cruise, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I just get rid of 1 land. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. I have to go to 2? It's not even worth it then. I'm just dead. 3, 6, 7. Alright. Couldn't get there. Alright, I want Blast Zone. I want my removal spells. I want Thing in the Ice. I want not Fry. I want Courser of Crufix. I can cut Magmatic Insight. Some probably strategic planning. Maybe at pieces. Yeah, like that. I like this deck so far. I feel like, obviously, Copycat was a rough matchup. I do think the Courser of Crufix might even need to be main board. I was considering running it over the Radiant Flames. I think I keep this. So I go turn 1 Sheltered Thicket, turn 2 Growth Spiral into Radiant Fountain. I have a little bit of dig here. Opponent mulls to 6. Oh, hey Nidian, how's it going? Okay. And if you control 4 or more lands, this would come into play untapped. So I'll do that. So I can Is It Charm something. Yes. Oh, you said your sound is muted. Ooh, I can't beat that. I can't beat that card, huh? Nah, I feel bad about that lightning axe. Should have saved that, huh? I was buying myself some tempo. Yeah. That card is good. It's got menace, too. Now I wish I'd saved it so I could have spent both of them to kill him. This card 1, 2. Can't even block him. I can't even block him. Okay. Now I can block. But they probably don't care about that, huh? It's gonna swing with Smuggler's Copter. More importantly, they can block Chandra. That's like the more important part here. So I have Blast Zone to hit the rampaging Ferocidon, right? That's a 2 turns away. XX. So that would be... Yeah, I'm just dead. I'm just dead on board. Unless I Blast Zone Oh, this is super painful. I think I need to blast zone these two creatures away, swing at Chandra, kill Chandra, right? I lose both my zombies. Then I Hour of Promise, make more zombies. Actually, can I do both? One, two, three. I cannot. I still think that's my only line. Then Chandra's dead, and I fall down to 5. I think it's the only line I have. Try to make these smugglers' copters useless here. And they can block. Yeah, it's game. Oh, it's the same guy, actually. Look at that. Bonds. I wonder if he changed his deck when he resubmitted the list. Big time dead. Yeah, I was not expecting that card. I wouldn't be surprised if he added that after he lost to us. Because you can't play the same person in the same league, so we probably ended his league. He restarted a new league when we played him again. I wouldn't be surprised if he added that Ferocidon, because that card was brutal. Only 2 lands, which makes my Magmatic Insight awkward, but I do have Strategic Planning. But my Strategic Planning doesn't actually do too much, because I can't cast that till turn 3. So I'll set Mulligan. I think this is actually better. Against Dredge. Okay, not Dredge, Phoenix. I think we're fine against Phoenix. I think I'm more interested in Search than I am Growth Spiral. Thrill of Possibility, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Alright. I am playing this deck right here. So, Field of the Dead with Splendid Reclamation and Thing in the Ice in the sideboard. Wow. Okay, 5 lands. Guess I just pass and go. Yeah, next turn I'm in pretty good shape though with all those lands. I do have 1 field in play. So, in Splendid Reclamation, get a ton of zombies. And I get to flip my Search. I've yet to flip a Thing in the Ice. The one time I did cast it, I got killed from a Chandra, which was a little brutal, but hey, stuff like that happens, right? Okay, opponent is pitching a bunch of cantrips here. Okay. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Hour of Promise, I think I do want that. Okay, and I get to cast Growth Spiral to cantrip. That's pretty big. Alright. Now my opponent can start racing me. Mm-hmm. So do I escape shift or do I Hour of Promise? I think either way, the first thing I want to do is dig 3. Yeah, alright. If I scape shift, I get a ton more zombies. So I think I should scape shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can be one short of also Hour Promising. Alright, green, green, blue, colorless, like that. So I'm going to field, pool, sanctum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it's good. Let's get another fabled passage. Feel the dead. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Feel the dead. Radiant fountain. Feel the dead. Yeah. Could have had more if I chose not to get that Radiant Fountain, but I think the only way I lose here is if I don't gain 2 life. Alright, Ratchet Bomb or bust. That's like the only thing they can win with, right? Ratchet Bomb? Or one-shot me? I guess Thing in the Ice could have done it, but... Not without free spells. I don't think they would have had enough mana. Not without free spells. Okay. Oh, they got it. They got there. That's brutal. Alright. I want Lightning Axe. Maybe Blast Zone. Definitely want Narset. Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. Radiant Flames is really bad here. Sorcerer's Cunt is probably bad. I do kind of like the Corsair Crewfix just as an extra way to gain some life. Like if I could have Corsair Crewfix and gain any life that last turn, I would have won there. One land, we mull. I have the Lightning Axe. Don't really like this hand, but I will keep it. I need to draw lands, but luckily I'm running 30 right now, so... Not getting green here feels weird. Also, having to get a land here feels weird. Okay. Come on, I gotta win this one. So I go pieces of the puzzle here. Still need a green land. Got my Splendid. I have no reason to have Growth Spiral, so keep those two. It's a backup. And now I just need to draw into a green land. But Is It Charm can help with that too, so I think I'm in a fine spot. My opponent hasn't put any pressure on me yet. I don't really care about Thing in the Ice unless it's flipping all my zombies. Crackling Drake's scary, but I have the Lightning Axe for him. There we go. I think I need to Splendid Wreck here. Is it charmed? Yeah. That's why I picked up the second one. So next turn I'll Splendid Reclamation just to advance my mana, and then I can start Hour of Promising. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands in the graveyard. Man, Treasure Cruise is really good with Crackling Drake, huh? That's good for me. So next turn I think I have enough mana to Scapeshift and then Splendid Reclamation on my lands back. But if my opponent had a counter spell, that could be pretty tragic. Fine with that. So she can do that again. One, two, three, 6, 7. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy crap. So I can right now, if I choose to, Splendid Reclamation, all my lands back, and get even more zombies, but I want to save that for next turn, so I will just Growth Spiral here. And pieces of the puzzle. So now my opponent's going to lose their Chandra to not die. Yeah, I'll just do it again next turn. No, that doesn't get old at all. Look at that. Because I could have actually had way more than that if I cast my Splendid Reclamation that turn too. So I'm actually going to bait out their Is It Charm. Actually, I don't even care about their Is It Charm. I'm not going to count that. Not going to count that. Opponent needs to f6 this. I'm going to Lightning Axe the Crackling Drake and go pieces of the puzzle. I don't even know if I need to do... No, I don't even need to do that, so I'm just going to Lightning Axe. So I misstepped my mana. I should have held up another red so I could have actually held up an Izzet Charm. Although Izzet Charm doesn't do a ton right now, to be honest. Yeah, that would have won me the game. I saw that little list that inspired me. It was running Hammer of Perforos, which gives all creatures you control haste, and that would have just ended the game last turn if I'd done that last turn, or end of the game this turn. So there's a possibility that could deserve to... Are you kidding me? Okay, so apparently we need to run that. There's nothing I can do here. I just, what can I do here? I have to play a land to make them... Have to make him use a Chandra up. I'll grab Fabled Passages, I guess, because I put in the graveyard to buy him back with Splendid. But I only have 9 cards left in my deck, so I actually have to kill them pretty quick here. The other thing I can do is I can try to kill Chandra with Blast Zone. Izzet Charm? Izzet Charm? Still happens. Okay. So, unfortunately, I have no basics left in my deck, so I can't even Fabled Passage, right? I have an island in my hand. Yeah, I have no basics left in my deck, so I can't even Fabled Passage for a land. Oh, this is rough. Do you guys ever see anything like this before? Okay, so I need 12. I need to put 4 counters on this, so I need 8 mana. So I'm gonna Blast Zone to kill Chandra. That's the only way I can do anything right here, right? Yeah, Crashing Drawbridge might be needed here. The lack of haste has been noticeable. So I need 8 mana, right? X is 1, X is 2, X is 3, X is 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So then I can kill Chandra. And unless they have another way of doing anything, because I'm going to kill the thing in the ice. One, two, three. And of course, Courser of Crufix is still in my deck. I think we pulled it off. The only line I might have wanted to do there is like, is it Charm to dig for Courser of Crufix, and then put Courser of Crufix in play when I do this to gain like 12 life or whatever it is. I just don't know if that's... I only have 8 cards left in my deck, so I don't want to get decked either. I guess I have Is It Charm. Double Is It Charm holding up, which doesn't do a ton here. And that actually will keep me alive. Okay. Don't want to die to a burn spell. Let's just do that again. And I'll go to 6, and now my opponent's dead. Right? Right? Man, double Chandra, huh? Alright. It's only be 4 zombies, which is only 8. I have one land left in my deck. So I need to double land drop this turn. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is exactly lethal. So I think I actually just need to be greedy and get both. No, I want the Courser still. And I gotta remember to put Blast Zone, tip Blast Zone up a bit. Okay. But lack of haste has actually cost me potentially this entire match. Six cards left in my deck. All right, what did I learn? Maybe a counter spell would be nice. Pithing Needle on Chandra, I think, could be important. I think I like that. This has been crazy. Okay, so I get green, I get blue. Dig. I have an answer for Chandra, but that doesn't actually win me the game. It's hand's slow, but my opponent is... I think I keep this only because the way I saw my opponent's sideboard is they are slowing down to react to me instead of trying to race me. They're being very reactive. My curiosity, do I have more? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 verse 7 verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I actually have more blue sources untapped. Let me get the green. Sylvan Awakening. What is Sylvan Awakening? So next turn, all lands you control become 2/2. I have not considered that. That's spicy. It's intriguing for sure. Huh. Then if you control 4 or more lands, so I actually can growth spiral again right now, right? Perfect. That was sweet. That was sweet. I like that a lot. Okay, so Blast Zone would be really sweet here. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. But they're all the same name. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't actually get me much. It does ramp me a ton. It just doesn't do much else. I can Treasure Cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't even. I think I display a Reclamation now just to get the 4 Fabled Passages out of my deck, or get them back in play. This is Pioneer Batternips. I could just Treasure Cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might just Treasure Cruise here. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. I want to hold up the red in case I get Lightning Axe, which was the card I wanted more than anything. And I whiffed, so that stunk. Yeah, Treasure Cruise, I want it to actually delve away my enablers, like pieces and other things. This is a little rough. I was hoping to... I really wanted that Lightning Axe to kill the thing in the ice when it was tapped out. That was my whole line there. So I could be dead next turn. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. I can Pieces and Splendid. And there goes my Corsair Crewfix, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could get a trigger off of that, so I think that's what I need to do. My opponent's got 5 cards in their hand. If they are able to flip thing in the ice, I'm just dead, right? There's nothing I can do about that. If I Lightning Axe 1 now, I'll take 14, but if it's a burn spell, I'm still dead. So I think... like, I'm dead. Unless... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just Scape Shift in the next turn Reclamation to try to win. Yeah, I think it's the better line. Okay. Field, Blast, Rootbound, Hinterland. Okay, so if they flip the things, I'm dead anyway. But this way, at least I get maximum value. Also, if somehow I survive 2 turns, I get to blow up their thing in the ices with my Blast Zone. Okay. Didn't flip them. Huh? Still alive. And I have 2 Lightning Axes. So what do I do here? I think I want to Field the Dead. Lightning Axe you. Discarding Breeding Pool. I'm probably still dead. Who knows? This might work out here. Lightning Axe you. Discard you. I can't play around Is It Charm here, but whew. I want it this way instead of going Hour of Promise, not because it fulfills my board ridiculously, but because this is the Radiant Fountain, and I valued the Radiant Fountain way more. Oh, come on, don't make me put all these on the stack. Anybody want to count that? Figure out how many it is? Because I do not want to do that. No, thank you. So they need a Sweltering Suns, right? Because they can't use Chandra because of the Pithing Needle. Or they need to flip the second thing in the ice. And because they took a bunch of cantrips out of their deck, I'm assuming, to run more Sweltering Suns and Chandras, it's going to be harder for them to flip thing in the ice. So I think because, I think I might actually be able to win here. Okay. Land and 2 cantrips kills me. I think I got there. I think I got there. Hey, we did it. That was one of the most ridiculous matches I've ever played in my entire life, and it deserves a coffee refill. Man, coffee was cold. I had to heat it up. Hey, don't be counting my cups. I made my coffee super weak. Like, you can't really. Like, look at that. That's black coffee. Yeah. Alright, we'll have to win this one to really be a winner here. Magmatic Insight has not been as good as I thought it was, but Lightning Axe has been way better. I think I'll actually keep this. Oddly enough, I actually haven't been seeing my shock lands, really. Been seeing a ton of Fabled, though. Steam Vent's tapped tells me it's probably Phoenix, right? Let's pitch. Fabled Passage. Okay. I'm a nerd in your eyes. Thank you. It means a lot. Do I kill him or do I focus on my own game plan? I think I kill him. The next turn I go pieces, hope I draw a land, and then get to Splendid the next turn. Yeah, just looking at him, like, he's up to no good here. Alright, yeah, this is a pieces of the puzzle turn. Still hoping I top deck a land so I can Splendid next turn. Okay. It's possible I should have gone strategic planning there to guarantee I hit the land. That might have been the correct line. Like, then I go strategic planning, grab a land from my hand, pitch the rest, and guarantee Splendid Wreck for next turn. But when you run like 30 lands in your deck, you have a 50% chance of having it all work out here. So if my opponent's running Is It Charm, I get a little punished here. But if they aren't, I kind of just win the game. Yeah. Okay, so next turn I do Our Promise instead, or pieces for my second Splendid Wreck. You always gotta kill Jace. When I went up against a deck I thought was Grixis Control at FNM the other day, and it wasn't Grixis Control, it was Grizzlebrand. It just looked so much like Grixis Control. Until then I got Grizzlebrand. Like turn 5, it wasn't even like fast or anything, which is why I thought they were a control deck. Okay, I'll take 6. Can I top deck another land is the question. I was hoping to get an untapped land and then I could strategic planning and Radiant Flames, or strategic and pieces, but this kind of stunk here. I still think I need the land. That was not what I wanted to do. This Radiant Fountain could have maybe bought me a turn. Okay, so like an Hour of Promise, and then... Yeah, that doesn't even do anything. Because Hour of Promise could get me Radiant Fountain, but they run those shocks, and that makes it even worse. Okay. One more burn spell. Alright. Courser, Narset, Mystical Dispute, Lightning Axe, probably Blast Zone. Yeah, I think I like that the most. We don't know about Pithing Needle. Like, we don't know if it's like my opponent last time it was okay against because of the Chandra, but only because we don't have any ways of giving our zombies haste. And unfortunately, there's way more ways to deal with my zombies than I thought there would be. This being my first league in the Pioneer format. Plowing through this really weak coffee. Might need to make more. Planning maybe able to grab a land is really nice. But pieces being able to... Ah, man, this is actually... Just having a lightning axe makes me like it more, but... So, Fabled Passage, get an island, strategic planning, turn 2, kind of go from there. Just snort the beans. I'll consider it. I've eaten coffee beans before. Just straight up. I mean this deck? Mono, hey, broken. Do you mean this deck here? The Leyline of Abundance, Once Upon a Time, Pelucranos, Hydroid Krasis. That deck? But only mono green. I think the green blue version is just better. You get Oko as this plan B, and you get Hydroid Krasis. You also get access to some counter magic in the side if you want. Nykthos would be the card to ban there, right? Opponent shouldn't opt yet. They can wait to see what I grab first, right? Does it tell them? No. I guess they can wait to see what I discard first. Ooh, I want all of these. Splendid Wreck is important, but I have the Hour Promise. I don't think I need that. I think the Lightning Axe is probably the most important card here. I mean, Oko is the only thing that's really under consideration of being banned at the moment, right? So I actually don't think I Lightning Axe Jace here. I don't think they're going to ban it. No, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can Treasure Cruise and keep all the lands in my deck. I can Lightning Axe and hold up another Lightning Axe for a thing. The only card I think they might consider banning in Pioneer, it would be either Teferi, Oko, the only cards, Teferi, Oko, or the cat combo. Actually, Kethis. Kethis seems like the most busted card in the format. Okay. Welcome aboard, Broken. Thank you for the follow. Our next stop is Evil. I forget exactly the name. Doing a treasure cruise right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of 2 lands, or 5, 6, 1 land. Actually, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do it, but they have an Is It Charm. I kind of get blown out. I think I'd rather just put Blast Zone up 1. Or I think I'd rather just not do anything here. Kethis. Let's see if I can pull Kethis up. Kethis is an Abzan 3/4. Legendary spells you cast cost 1 less. You can exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard, and you may play this card from your graveyard. So I believe what the combo is, you Diligent Excavator. Whenever you cast a historic spell, target player mills 2. So you rebuy, where is it? Mox Amber. Again and again and again and again and mill your opponent out. I believe it can win turn 2, right? So that's the Kethis combo. Yeah, I feel like they made a mistake when they put it through in development. I think I want an Hour of Promise here. If my opponent has the Is It Charm, they'll counter it, and they won't have the Is It Charm for Treasure Cruise. Or alternatively, I can Treasure Cruise and hold 2 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can do that. That's probably the best line. Phoenix is really strong. I don't think it needs to be hit with anything, though. Alright, still nothing I'm super interested in here. For this deck, Wormbones? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I actually consider red. The first thing I saw when I saw Will Urker's list, which I based this one on, the first thing I thought of was actually running Assassin's Trophy and the like instead of the Lightning Axes. I thought the Magmatic Insight would be way better. Like, I thought the reason for red was going to be Magnetic Insight. So if we pull up the deck, this is not it. Here it is. So red, we have Is It Charm, which has been surprisingly powerful. We have Magmatic Insight, which has been not nearly. I thought it'd be the reason to be red. I haven't enjoyed it so far. I think the reason to be red is Lightning Axe and Fry. I think like those are the big reasons to be red right now. Lightning Axe is great because it's on plan. So I missed what happened there. Anger of the Gods. Okay, that's not a problem. Hour of Promise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I actually was considering the exact same thing, Worm Bones. Why should I run one over another? Let's just get 2 fields. And that's my blast zone. If I want to up blast zone, like an Hour of Promise again, it just doesn't get me a ton. It thins my deck, which is nice. I already have lethal on board, especially with a fetch land and another fetch land. So I think I just sit tight here. So Sultai would give us better things against Planeswalkers because of Trophy. It also gives us access to really good combo hitters. Like we get to take out, I forget the name of it. It costs 1 colorless, a blue and a black, and you name a card. You remove all cards of that person's whatever from their deck. You get that access to that card as well. Unmoored Ego. Yep. So I like the idea of the blacklist a lot. I just wanted to give Temur a try first. In black, you also get a much better post-board plan. Like, you can switch to powerful planeswalkers yourself. Like, you can run Vraska, who I think is severely underplayed right now, 4-drop Vraska. The next version of this that I'll be testing will be the Sultai one. So there's no instant speed like Anger of the Gods, right? I think I just go to combat here. Blow up the thing in the ice. I don't even need to, actually. Kozilek's Return. Ooh, yeah, that would be rough. But I mean, at that point, it kills their own Phoenix. I kill their thing in the ice. Okay, so they're digging for 2 cantrips, I think. I think that's their plan. Try to flip the thing. Either way, if they flip the thing in the ice is dead. I'm at 11 life, which is a decent amount right now. I have a Lightning Axe. Okay, Fiery Temper. There's 1. So they're going to flip things so they're not dead. Yeah. Let the fiery temporal resolve. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. If they had an opt or something, they get to flip. This is the list right here that I'm working with. I lost to a black-red aggro deck. I just failed to do anything, really. My opponent had a very aggressive start. I lost to cat combo, specifically to fairy. I had the fry in hand to stop the cat combo, but then they dropped it to fairy, and I had to... I just couldn't win. I think this is fine. I have search to help dig for something that I need. I will say Sheltered Thicket, I've not yet once cycled it. I've had the opportunity to cycle it, but I just didn't need to. Opponent kept a 1-lander here. Okay. I've been impressed with this Ganta, I will say. Like, that's been one of the few cards I've been pretty impressed with. So opponent didn't misclick. They had a Mystical Dispute in hand, and they couldn't... Do I want Splendid Wreck? I think I do. Need a win condition at some point. Oh, sorry. I don't want Splendid Wreck because I need to get lands. I know I'm saying 2 different things. So I Growth Spiral. I get 2 lands into play. I can hold up Mystical Dispute, or I can go Pieces of the Puzzle and hold up nothing. I think I like the Growth Spiral line. This way I can Mystical Dispute if they drop a thing in the ice. Do I want to counter that? I don't think I do. Yeah, I think Courser is definitely a card I'm very interested in here. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't Treasure Cruise yet. But I can hold up Mystical Dispute. Again, I want to save Mystical Dispute for the card that I can't beat, which is Thing in the Ice. So let's get... I have blue, blue, green, green, so it doesn't really matter. I'll get a green. I think Courser of Kruphix is based... Every match I've lost so far, Courser of Kruphix would have... well, except for the cat combo, would have been basically something I would have won with. I don't have Splendid Wreck yet. No, drop that. Now that I have the lightning axe, I don't care as much about mystical disputing my opponent's thing in the ice because I can just lightning axe it, and they're kind of really short on mana, so it's not like they can drop a thing in the ice and flip at the same turn. There's no free spells in Pioneer. I think Courser of Krufix is probably going to make it into the main board of the next version I test of this deck. I don't actually want Is It Charm. And I could use Search. I think this is probably game here. Now, Courser of Krufix in Will Urker's list was a tireless tracker, and we can just see how much more work Courser's doing here than tireless tracker would. So I think I'll play this. I can Treasure Cruise this turn, but if I do, I can't hold up Mystical Dispute, so I think I'd rather just not. Like, I don't see how my opponent can win from this spot. If they have an, I didn't shock. I probably should have shocked so I can hold up Mystical Dispute for an anger. That probably would have been correct. My life total doesn't really matter at this point. Yeah, if I'd held that up, then I could have held up Mystical Dispute. But do I care about that? Yeah. This way, if they pay the 3, they can't anger me. So they're either not getting the 3 cards or they can't anger me. One of the two is happening here. Golos and Cascading Cataracts. Hey, Janus AB. If I do kill thing in response to the flip still happens, though. That was what would have stopped me. Sorry, I'm catching back up on chat. All right. Opponent was chatting. They're really loving Pioneer, which is pretty sweet. So I liked it. Didn't love it. If we open up a new coffee of it. If we open up another coffee of it, we can do something slightly different. All right, what do we get by switching to Sultai? So first off, we get Trophy, right? I think we would need another Strategic Planning, maybe another Search. Do I not own another Search? I think Search for Escante was really, really good. So basically, if we take all the red cards, right, and we just find replacements for them, two swamps, easy change out for 2 mountains. Overgrown Tomb, easy change out for Stomping Ground, and Steam Vents becomes a Watery Grave. Woodland Cemetery replaces Sulphur Falls. Drowned Catacombs replaces the other one, which is Rootbound Crag. So I still have Sheltered Thicket, Sheevan Reef, Spirebluff Canal. Drown in the Loch seems pretty sweet. Type, let's just look at all the lands in Pioneer. Draw a card, then lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand. I don't hate that. That's interesting to me. We also lose Is It Charm. True. Mystic Sanctuary is interesting to me, but that would really stretch the mana base. I'm intrigued with these lands that come into play tapped and gain a life. I don't think they're great, but they're just having extra copies of mini Radiant Fountains is intriguing to me. I don't think it's worth it, though. That's not terrible, but it doesn't provide colors. Lotus Field is actually kind of interesting. I don't think I want it, though. Yeah, we have absolutely no way of enabling it. I'm intrigued with the temples. I think this deck can sputter sometimes, and the temples can help with that. I do think I'm probably going to want maybe another Radiant Fountain this side. I also considered Field of Ruin in the deck, and I also considered Treasure Map. Blooming Marsh, that's the land I'm missing. Hissing Quagmire is interesting, but probably not good enough. Lumbering Falls is interesting, probably not good enough. Also intrigued with like one temple. It's just extra things to grab with like Hour of Promise, so that when instead of grabbing dead lands, you still get to scry a little bit. So what are the cycling lands? Oop. We have Fetid Pools. I think I'm just more interested in the temples, to be honest. Yeah, I think temples are just way, way better. I'm intrigued with this Castle Lochthwain over the Castle Vantris, because I think just drawing a card is usually better than just scrying, but I think blue's probably more important to the deck than black. I think I definitely want one more Search for Escanta. I think that card definitely impressed me. What other... Yeah, I think I want the ETBs. What are other discard outlets that I would get? There's another Strategic Planning. Right? So these two would basically just replace 2 Magmatic Insights right off the bat. Is It Charm I felt was actually pretty valuable. What are the Pioneer Charms? We get Simic Charm, which doesn't really do anything I want to do. Golgari Charm is interesting. Again, just the regeneration's interesting, but probably not anything I'm really interested in. We get Sultai Charm, which is not terrible. Not great either. See you, Ian. Have fun. We also, losing red, we lose Radiant Flames. But we do gain access to... Where is it? Well, we get Collective Brutalities, which would make the burn matchup much better. Collective Brutality might actually just be better for this deck than Is It Charm. And then Drown in Sorrow is the board wipe we would get access to. Although it's much worse because double black can be rough. We also get Flaying Tendrils. I think instead of Radiant Flames, I think I'd just rather have extra Coursers anyway. I think they're just a better card for me. Rotting Regisaur is a card I've been trying to break for a while now, and I don't know if this is the... I don't think this is the right deck for it, because you only have one way to really get things back, but I think that's a card that should be on every Pioneer Brewer's radar. Chart a Course, maybe? Jace Vryn's Prodigy would be a consideration if I wasn't already trying to avoid spot removal from my opponent's end. Jace just turns that spot removal on. Pack Rat. I would get access to Pack Rat, and Pack Rat might be better than Thing in the Ice. Oop, that one's busy. Same one. I think Pack Rat might actually be better than Thing in the Ice. I'm trying to think. What else did I need? Chart a Course, Drown in Sorrow. Oh, so I ended 3-2. Strategic planning. All right, that is definitely the one I need.